Dark again. Welcome to my dungeon. Um, anyway, it is kind of hard to um, think of what to make videos of. I mean, not. It's hard to stay on the same subject with me. Period. Sitting on my couch, cozy. I guess what I'm going to talk about is what no one where I live wants to talk about. Um, the sheriff here, I've never met him, but they had several different operations to get pills off of the street, which sound like a great idea, right? Um, anyway, I think well over 200 people got arrested. Many went to prison. Many got probation. So yeah, they got rid of I mean, there's still people with scripts or whatever, but pretty much uh, all it did at best, worst, was make people switch to other vices. And where I was from, I remember back in the day when they got, they're all hip on getting weed off the streets. Then everybody started eating pills. Then they got pills off the streets. And everyone, went to heroin. Of all the crutches, drugs, favorite pastimes that these people, because, I live in my little box. I don't have social life, really. Don't want one here. Not with anyone my age, anyhow. Everyone I met my age really doesn't, something always bad happens. So yeah, they picked meth here. Meth. These people have, data on their phones, that, Wi-Fi. They've, I don't know anybody ain't seen that meth mouth video or face, or how they'll show some beautiful chick, and in like 3 years time she looks like 20, 30 years older, about to die. For some reason their eyebrows always get really thin. I don't know what that's about, but yeah, meth. People with kids are making meth in their houses. And the ones that aren't making meth or doing meth are going to Suboxone clinics and shooting them, banging them out. I mean, damn, dude. Damn, really? My son was in Boy Scouts. Was. Anyway, the Boy Scouts, they go pick up trash and whatever, do good things, adopt the highway, all that. Well, a friend of mine went walking not too long ago. Not far from where, when I go walking, where I usually walk. And found probably 4 or 5 syringes just on the side of the road, in the grass. The gas station here, the needle epidemic is so bad here that I told I'm not gonna name off everybody I know. I'm just not gonna do it. Anyway, I told one lady that works there, for God's sakes, to be careful when she took out the trash. The trash outside, the trash inside, and they've already. It's so bad. She's like, oh yeah, we find them all the time in the bathroom. I think it was 2015 when they started their, pill operations here. 55 children were put into foster care that year from this county. I mean, I'd like to say, I care about my fellow man. I mean, damn if I don't try, but I care about their children. They don't. Sure don't. And people wearing long sleeves in hot weather. It's a nice telltale sign, isn't it? Me and a friend of mine that, well, she's a very devout Christian. I try. I don't go to church like I need to. But anyway, I guess you could say I enlightened her a bit on how bad it is here. Everyone's like, oh, get out of the house, meet people, do things, socialize, you can't stay cooped up all the time, Here you can. Here you need to. Absolutely need to. And one thing that this friend of mine from church did not understand was the whole what narcs do. And I mean, it's bad enough the cops, make narcs the junkies that they are. Actually pity narcs. I mean, I'm not like... Anyway, so this is one particular narc that lives here. Very well known. Everyone knows him. But he has the best meth. So I've heard. And, it's coming from the cops. The cops are giving him the meth to sell, getting people strung out, and then, inflation or whatever, people decided to make their own, with kids in the house, risking, explosions or meth lab, whatever you call it. I cannot comprehend hell. I don't know how they're going to fix it. How are they going to fix it here? How do you... I mean, I lived in Huntsville, Alabama. Had my son there, youngest. And then it was called the meth capital of the world, or meth capital of the country. Anyway, I didn't know that me and the baby had to be drug tested before leaving the hospital. I didn't mind it, no big deal. But I mean, I don't know, this video is not turning out very exciting, is it? I mean, I sit here and, beat myself up of all the things I've done wrong, and then I'm just like, these people are going to start dying. They're going to start dying, and no one's doing a damn thing about it. I don't know how to help them. I guess if someone's watching this and has done meth or has quit meth, particularly if they quit meth, how does they go about starting quitting it? If someone's had a family member on meth and managed to get them off of it, how do you do that? How do you get this magnitude of junkies? How do you get them off meth? Guess that's all I'm going to say about that. Help. Help me understand what I can do to help. That's it.